If you work as a manufacturing facilities engineer, installing a new piece of equipment can be as complex as the machinery itself. From prep work to alignment and testing, it's your team's job to put it all together. That's why it's good to have Grainger on your side. With industrial-grade products and next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure you have everything you need close at hand through every step of the installation. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet.
Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Crime on this Thursday with episodes of Gunsmoke and The Cover-Up from 1954, Have Gun Will Travel from 1960 and The Search for Wylie, The Adventures of Philip Marlowe from 1947, and The Crime Club from 1947, Death is a Knockout. And we'll wrap it all up with the biggest crime of all, and that is Lum and Abner. Now, I don't mean that bad. It's just criminal that we don't have more good shows by them. Which today's doesn't, well, never mind. That's what's coming up here on this Thursday. This is the 12th day of June, 163rd day of the year, 202 days left. Comstock lode discovered near Virginia City, Nevada on this date in 1859. 1880, John Lee Richmond pitched baseball's first perfect game. No batter reached base during a complete game of at least 9 innings. In 1898, Emilio Aguinaldo, head of the Philippine Nationalists, proclaimed independence from Spain, 1898. 1939, Baseball Hall of Fame opened to the public in Cooperstown, New York. Anne Frank received a diary for her birthday on this date in 1942. 1963, civil rights leader Medgar Evers fatally shot in front of his home in Jackson, Mississippi. Neighbor Houston Wells was next door when Evers was attacked.
I heard the shot go off. I made it to Mr. Evers' side and attempted to get him aid. He never regained conscience to the extent that you would be able to understand anything that he said.
3 decades later, white supremacist Byron Della Beckwith convicted of Evers' murder following 2 earlier trials that ended in mistrials. 1971, President Nixon's daughter Patricia married Edward Finch Cox, no relation, in a White House Rose Garden ceremony. David Berkowitz, the son of Sam Killer in New York City, sentenced on this date in 1978 to 365 years in prison for 6 killings. Standing near the Berlin Wall on this date in 1987, which the communists built to keep people from fleeing to the West, President Reagan issued a challenge to the leader of the Soviet Union.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
East Germany shocked the world by opening the wall 2 years later in 1989. A few months later, Germany reunified as communist governments in Eastern Europe crumbled. In 1994, Nicole Brown Simpson, Ronald Goldman, murdered outside her home in Los Angeles. The next day, a police spokesman described how the crime was discovered.
A passerby walking down the sidewalk observed the bodies of a female white, approximately 30 years old, and a male white, approximately 30 years old.
5 days after the murders, O.J. Simpson officially charged with the crimes. He was, of course, acquitted at criminal trial, but held still civilly responsible. Interleague play began in baseball on this date in 1997, ending a 126-year tradition of separating the major leagues until the World Series. 49 civilians killed, 58 others injured in an attack on a gay nightclub in Orlando on this date in 2016. The gunman, Omar Mateen, killed in a gunfight with police. Demetrius Nulling survived, but lost a close friend.
The last thing my friend texted me was, "Please help me. Help me. I've been shot."
The Pulse nightclub shootings 9 years ago today. American student Otto Warmbier returned to the U.S. on this date in 2017 in a coma after spending 17 months in a North Korean prison. He died a week later. In 2018, President Trump and Kim Jong-un of North Korea held the first meeting between the leaders of their two countries in Singapore.
My meeting with Chairman Kim was honest, direct, and productive.
The leaders signed a joint statement agreeing to work toward denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. And it was on this date in 2019, 6 years ago today, St. Louis Blues won their first Stanley Cup, defeating the Boston Bruins in Game 7 of the finals.
It's over! The game is over! The series is over! The wait is over! And the St. Louis Blues are the Stanley Cup champions for the first time in franchise history!
Chris Kerber had the final call on the St. Louis Blues radio network. Passing away on this date in history, one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence, Philip Livingston, also musician Jimmy Dorsey. We mentioned civil rights advocate Medgar Evers, killed on this date. Actor Milburn Stone, TV's Doc on Gunsmoke. Also, we mentioned Ronald Goldman and Nicole Brown Simpson. Christopher Collins, actor and comedian. Also, fashion designer Bill Blass. Actor Gregory Peck. Mr. Wizard on TV, Don Herbert. And the wonderful voice of Judy Jetson, Josie, and Josie and the Pussycats on radio. The title character in Meet Corliss Archer, Janet Waldo. All passing away on this date in history. Birthdays on this date include Prime Minister Anthony Eden of the UK, also banker David Rockefeller, the master of disaster, the man behind Lost in Space, The Poseidon Adventure, and The Towering Inferno, Irwin Allen, born on this date. The 41st President of the U.S., George Herbert Walker Bush, singer Vic Damone, Anne Frank, as we mentioned earlier, this was her birthday. Also Jim Nabors and musician Chick Corea, all born on this date in history.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
Sportscaster Marv Albert, 84 years old today.
He's to midfield. He's going to go all the way. 40, 30, down to the 20, down to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 75 yards.
One of his many calls, Marv Albert, 84 today. From 30-something in Field of Dreams, Timothy Busfield, 68? Wow. Paul Schultz, the actor, 63 today.
If I get in trouble, I get in trouble. But you're not getting rid of me.
From Nurse Jackie, he was also in 24 and The Punisher. Paul Schultz is 63. AEW coach and producer Jerry Lynn, 62. Mark Henry, another great pro wrestler, 54 today. And I have to tell you, you got to watch Mark Henry's kids. They are coming up to be something else. His son and daughter, they're going to be great athletes. Victoria's Secret model Adriana Lima is 44. And from Scrubs and the 21 Jump Street reboot, Dave Franco is 40. Those are just a few of the people celebrating the 12th day of June as their birthday. If this is your birthday...
Hi, we're the Four Freshmen, and we just want to say, Happy birthday to you!
Okay, we'll head way out west. Marshal Matt Dillon in an episode of Gunsmoke starring William Conrad 71 years ago, June 12th, 1954. That comes up in just a moment.
This is Groucho Marx. A few days ago, I was talking with the Director of Civil Defense, and he told me some things that I feel everyone should know. That's why I'm speaking to you now. Did you know, for example, that your chances of surviving an atom bomb attack are excellent? It's true, but there's a big if. You must do everything possible now to help yourself and your family. Nobody else will help you. Listen, because this is important. Keep a complete first aid kit handy. Keep a closed container of drinking water in your refrigerator, enough for 3 days. Be sure you have a good fire extinguisher. Take a look around your house right now and pick out the safest spot, away from windows and doors. Make sure that every member of your family understands he is to rush to that safe spot when there's danger. I'm convinced that these precautions are necessary right now, and I hope I can convince you. They're important to your family, yourself, and your community.
And you know Groucho wouldn't lie. All righty, we're going to go back 71 years to June 12th, 1954. William Conrad as Marshal Matt Dillon in Gunsmoke, an episode entitled The Cover-Up.
Around Dart City and in the territory on west, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The transcribed story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
Good morning, ma'am. Kitty!
Hello, Matt. I didn't see you sitting there.
Well, I know. Sit down, sit down. There you are.
How do you like my outfit?
Ah, I never saw you in a riding skirt before, Kitty. You been riding side saddle?
For the first time in my life. At least I know how to do it now, in case I'm ever called on to be a lady.
Well, I know ladies who don't always ride side saddle.
Sure. Like that female wildcat down in the Panhandle you told me about. What's her name?
Oh, Bellstar?
I bet she never rides side saddle.
Well, Bellstar's a lady, though. And everybody treats her like one. Even though she has to use a 6-gun to make them do it.
Maybe I ought to try that.
Yeah, it takes more than a 6-gun to make a lady, Kitty.
That's a funny way of putting it.
Well, that isn't what I meant.
Dillon? Hello, Miss Kitty.
How are you, Chester?
Hey, I just come to Longhorn there, Mr. Dillon.
What, trouble, Chester?
Not yet, but there's going to be as soon as Art Long gets to town.
Art Long? Well, he's always been a peaceful man.
Isn't he one of those nesters out near Sam Baxtin's ranch?
That's him, but it's another one of them nesters that's talking up trouble. A fellow named Hoffer. He's saying he's going to shoot Art Long on sight.
Well, is he drunk, Chester?
Yes, sir, some.
Armed?
He's got the biggest old cavalry pistol you ever saw stuck right in his belt.
Real farmer style.
Well, that may be true, Kitty, but those horse pistols go off sometimes.
Come by later, Matt.
Yeah, I will if I can, Kitty. So long.
It sure sounds like he means it, Mr. Dillon.
Now, why does he want to kill Long, Chester?
Well, sir, he didn't say.
Yeah, maybe he's just drunk and wants to shoot somebody.
No,
Anybody.
Sir. No, sirree. Hoffer's pretty certain about who it's going to be.
All right, Chester. Don't stand too close in case he puts up a fight, huh?
No, sir.
And all you bully grubs, shut up and listen to me. When Art Long gets here, you're going to see his blood all over the floor. Right there. Or maybe right over there. I don't know just where yet.
Your name, Hoffer?
Barnaby Hoffer.
What's the trouble between you and Art Long?
You friend of his?
That doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Because if you're a real good friend, I might take it to mind to shoot you, too.
I'm a U.S. Marshal, mister, and you're not going to shoot anybody.
Oh, Marshal Dillon, huh?
I'll take that pistol, Hoffer.
Okay, Marshal. Take it.
All right. Now tell me what this is all about.
I don't need no pistol.
He's got it right, Mr. Dillon.
Drop it, Hoffer. I said drop it.
No, I'm going to cut you again. Give me that knife back.
You're kind of hard to convince, Hoffer.
Did he cut you bad, Mr. Dillon?
Oh, he opened up my arm a little bit, Chester. I better go see Doc. You throw him in jail.
Yes, sir, I sure will.
There's a saying that it's the gentle horse that's most dangerous. You don't watch him close enough. And so with Barnaby Hoffer, a farmer who hands you his old horse pistol and then snatches an 8-inch knife from the back of his belt. Well, Doc took a few stitches in my arm and told me to come back in a couple of days. And I did. And it looked pretty good by then. At least I thought so.
You're going to have to watch that cut, Matt. There might be an infection in it.
What are you talking about, Doc? Looks as clean as rain to me.
Well, how do you know what that idiot's been using his knife on? Probably sticks hogs with it all day and uses it to clean his boots at night.
Yeah, sure, but my arm bled a lot. That got it clean. That and all the turpentine you poured into it.
Hurt, didn't it?
You know, someday, Doc, if my luck holds, I'm going to get a chance to work on you.
Oh, no, you know, I'd sooner die. I'd sooner lie in the snow and bleed to death all alone without anybody around even to bury me.
How did you get in the snow, Doc?
Oh, I just hate snow.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh, come in. Oh, hello, Chester. Doc, Mr. Dillon, Art Long's been killed.
What?
Yes, sir. A cowboy just come into the office and told me. Said he rode by his cabin this afternoon and he found him there laying right in the door. Barnaby Hoffer must have done it. Hoffer? I thought you had him in jail, Matt.
Well, I turned him loose next morning, Doc. He seemed calm enough then. I guess I made a mistake.
I guess you did, all right. Maybe we shouldn't have stopped to bury Art Long. Hoffer may be a long way from here by now.
Oh, we couldn't leave him lying there, Chester.
No, sir, I guess not. Poor fella.
Well, there's Hoffer's cabin.
Yes, sir. Hey, we've done pretty good at that. It's hardly past daylight.
Looks like his door's open.
Yeah, then he must be inside. He wouldn't go off and leave his door open.
No. Hey, wait a minute. Look over there, Chester.
What? Why, it's him. Oh, he looks dead.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
Oh. He's been shot, Mr. Dillon. With a shotgun. Just like Art Long.
Well, he's still breathing. Hoffer? Hoffer. Marshal Dillon, Hoffer. Hey.
Marshal. I'm tore all apart. Took a load of buckshot when I opened the door.
Who did it, Hoffer? Did you see him?
Sam Baxtin. He did it. Sam Baxtin?
Who killed Art Long, Hoffer? Did you?
Art Long. Is he dead?
Yeah.
Both of us. Dead. I don't want to die.
It's a wonder he lived this long.
Gosh, Mr. Dillon, I just can't believe Sam Baxtin done this.
Why? Just because Baxton's a big rancher and pretty respectable? He's also a mean old devil. And these men are nesters. Come on, let's go find him, Chester. Hello? Anybody home?
Why, it's Marshal Dillon and Chester.
Hello, Miss
Oh, ma'am.
Well, don't stand around out there. Come on in, sit a while.
Thank you, ma'am.
I got 2 pots of coffee on the stove.
Well, we don't want to bother you none, Miss Baxton.
Bother. Why, I love company. And besides, you don't get out this way very often, Marshal. You're just going to have to stay and eat dinner with us. Sam, we got company.
Hello, Baxton.
What are you doing here, Marshal?
Why, Sam, that's no way to...
Shut up, woman.
Please, Sam, don't talk like that.
Want to get whooped instead? Well, do you?
No, Sam.
I asked what you're doing here, Marshal.
Yeah, I heard you.
Well, say it out. We're busy around here.
You know Art Long and Barnaby Hoffer?
I know 'em. Dirty nesters.
Well, they're both dead, Baxter.
Good.
Oh, no.
They both got killed the same way.
What do I care how they got killed, as long as they're dead?
I'm going to tell you anyway, Baxton. Each of them, when he came out of his cabin first thing in the morning, was killed by a man waiting outside with a shotgun.
Oh, you know all that. You weren't there.
Barnaby Hoffer was still alive when we got there, Baxter.
Still alive?
He died pretty quick, but before he did, he told me who shot him.
Did he? And who was that, Marshal?
You?
Oh, no. No, it couldn't be.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but that's what he said. I'm going to have to arrest you, Baxton.
Arrest me? On the word of a dead sodbuster? Who's going to believe it?
The court will decide that, but it's enough evidence to hold you on.
What makes you think Hoffer wasn't lying? He knew he was going to die, and it was his last chance to get me in trouble. That's what happened.
You'll get a trial, Baxton. You can defend yourself there. Right now, you're going to jail. I'm charging you with 2 murders.
But Art Long was dead. He didn't tell you nothing, Marshal.
He and Hoffer were killed exactly the same way, ma'am. Looks like one man killed both of them.
Come on, Marshal. If we're going to jail, let's go. And you stay out here, woman. I don't want you running into Dodge all the time I'm there.
All right, Sam.
And don't go talking your fool head off to everybody about this either.
I won't.
When we get this business over with, Marshal, I'm going to give you a lot of trouble. You're going to wish you never come near me.
Come in. Be with you in a minute, Matt. As soon as I get Kitty fixed up here.
Oh, Matt.
Kitty. What's that, a black eye? What happened?
It's none of your business. How's your arm, Matt?
His arm's all right, Kitty. Just comes up here to bother me.
But somebody's got to keep you from sleeping all day, Doc.
Oh, don't forget I'm making pretty good money off that cut of yours. Yeah, Kitty.
Thanks, Doc. Matt, has Sam Baxtin confessed yet?
No, I've spent 2 days trying to get him to, but he won't admit a thing.
Well, if he does hang, there won't be many tears shed around here.
Yeah, there's Ms. Baxtin, Kitty. For some reason, she really loves him.
Oh, that poor woman. I've seen how he treats her.
Too bad she hasn't got a son to stand up for her. Some kid about 8 feet tall.
Well, he'd be about 8 feet tall if he was Sam Baxtin's. Well, that man's tall as a tree.
Is he still wearing that white hat of his?
Yeah, the only time he takes it off is when he sleeps, Kitty. Then he puts it over his face.
Be like sleeping under a horse blanket. No wonder he's so ornery all the time.
Oh, come in. Well, come on in, friend.
Fellow downstairs told me I could find the marshal up here.
What can I do for you, mister?
Well, I never been in Dodge City before, Marshal. I ain't even been in Kansas very long. I'm riding south. I got tired of that cold up north.
Why, you're welcome here.
I'm going on south. Well, what I come to tell you was there's a little creek runs out of Arkansas about 20 miles from here. Fellow told me it's called Ginger Creek.
Yeah, that's up near Sam Baxtin's ranch, man.
That's on his ranch, according to him. What about Ginger Creek, mister?
Some fella's got a little cabin there with a corral out in back. I don't know his name.
Now, that'd be Jim Fowler. He's been homesteading there for about a year.
No more he ain't.
What do you mean?
I buried him myself early this morning. I come by and found him laying in the door of his cabin. He was dead, still bleeding. Somebody's tore him plumb in two with a shotgun.
We will return for the second act of Gunsmoke in just a moment. But first...
Radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense, launches its new summer series Tuesday nights on most of these same stations with more spine-chilling stories packed with excitement and well calculated to keep you in suspense. This Tuesday, hear The Earth is Made of Glass, in which a man experiments with crime on a scientific basis. Suspense, now Tuesday nights at the Star's address. Don't miss it.
Now, the second act of Gunsmoke.
Mr. Dillon, looky there.
What is it, Chester?
Out there in the street. It's Miss Baxtin.
Huh?
She's coming in a buggy.
News travels fast, doesn't it?
You going to turn old Sam Baxtin loose?
Well, I don't have much to hold him on now, Chester.
No, sir. Not with him right here in jail when that last fellow was killed the same way as Art Long and Hoffer. Shucks, I guess he was telling the truth after all.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Well, I'm glad for Miss Baxtin anyway. I'll open the door for her. Well, morning, Miss Baxtin.
Hello, Chester.
Come right on in, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello, Miss Baxton.
Marshal Dillon, I'm sure glad to see you this time.
Well, I hope there aren't any hard feelings, ma'am.
Oh, you was only doing your duty. I respect that. Oh, where's Sam?
The cells are out back.
Oh, you haven't turned him loose yet?
No, ma'am.
It's too bad about Jim Fowler, Marshal, being killed that way. But it was just like the others, wasn't it? The same man killed all three of them. And Sam was right here in jail.
Well, I was just saying to Chester, news sure travels fast. How'd you hear about it so soon? It just happened this morning.
What? One of our cowboys rode by there about noon, Marshal. He come straight to the ranch and told me about it. Would you let Sam out now? I'd like to get started.
I'm sorry, Miss Baxton, but I'm going to have to hold him for a while yet.
But why, Marshal? What for?
Well, Mr. Dillon, a few minutes ago you said yourself...
I said that he wasn't clear of this yet, Chester. You don't listen very close, Chester.
No, sir, I sure don't.
Marshal, you said that whoever killed Hoffer killed Art Long, since they was both shot the very same way.
Well, I know I did, ma'am, but I've been thinking a lot about it, and I'm just not sure yet.
Even with the same thing happening again this morning?
Well, I got to admit that does make a difference, all right. I suppose if one more man got killed like that, I wouldn't have any case at all against your husband. But the way things are now, I got to hold him, ma'am. I'm sorry about it.
Well, it's like I said, Marshal. You got to do your duty.
Yes, ma'am. If there's anything I can do for you, Miss Baxton.
Thank you, Marshal, but I'm all right. Can I see Sam before I start back?
Of course, ma'am. He's right through that door.
I can't stay long.
Chester. You've been up on Ginger Creek since I have.
Yes, sir.
Isn't there another nester there, not far from Jim Fowler's cabin?
A couple of miles beyond, there's one. I don't know his name, though.
No, that doesn't matter. Chester, go get our horses, huh? And bring a horse for Sam Baxton, too. He's going to go up there with us.
I don't know what you're up to, Marshal, but I'd rather be in jail than spending the night in this place.
A nice little cabin he's got here, Baxton.
Yeah, you improved it some when you sent him into Dodge for the night.
It's almost daylight, Mr. Dillon.
Okay, Chester. And I'm going to build a fire now and let whoever's waiting outside think his victim's just got up.
What makes you think he'll be there this morning, Marshal?
And if he isn't, we'll stay here till he does come.
Mr. Dillon, you want me to pull the door open when you're ready?
I'll tell you when, Chester. And after he gets off a couple of blasts with that shotgun, we'll go out and try to take him alive. All right, Baxton, you get over there with Chester. And I'll try to get this thing started. All all we're going to need smoke going up through the chimney.
Maybe we can come back when it's all over and cook a little breakfast, Mr. Dillon.
Now, we'll worry about breakfast later, Chester.
Yes, sir. Here, Baxton, you stop that.
What?
Wait, he's got my gun, Mr. Dillon.
You're standing in my way, Chester. Move!
Oh, he got outside.
Come on. Drop that gun, Baxton.
I got him, Marshal. I hit him both times.
Drop it, I said.
All right. I was only helping out, Marshal. Look, he's laying right out there.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry, Mr. Dillon. I never thought he'd try nothing like that.
Walk ahead of me, Baxter.
Oh, sure. Oh, Marshal, look, it's my wife.
Yeah. She's dead.
I didn't know who it was, Marshal. I couldn't see who it was. How'd I know she was doing this? Going around killing people.
Your wife shot Jim Fowler yesterday morning.
I didn't know she hated nesters that much. Well, it's kind of hard to believe, Marshal.
Yeah.
But I guess you never know about a woman.
Well, I can tell you about her, Baxton. Fowler's the only man she killed, and she didn't kill Fowler because she hated him. She did it because she loved you.
What are you talking about?
She was trying to cover up for you.
Now, wait a minute.
She almost did it, too. She almost kept you from hanging. So she claimed one of your cowhands saw Fowler's body when I knew he'd already been buried. I had all the evidence I needed on her right then, Baxton. And the biggest mistake you made was killing her.
I didn't know it was her.
You knew. Well, what you forgot was that she'd have confessed to killing Long and Hoffer.
Why would she?
Because she loved you. Besides, she couldn't have been punished any more for killing 3 men than for killing 1.
You got it all figured out, ain't you, Marshal?
Yeah, everything. Everything except how she could love a man like you. But then it's like you say. You never know about a woman.
Gunsmoke, transcribed under the direction of Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were Joseph Kearns, Helen Cleve, Paul Savage, and Clayton Post. Parley Bear as Chester, Howard McNear as Doc, and Georgia Ellis as Kitty. Roy Rowan speaking. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke.
Gene Autry stops a lynching of an innocent man and tracks down the real killer on tomorrow's Gene Autry Show. There's time out for Melody on Melody Ranch, too, as Gene sings Down Yonder, Blue Canadian Rockies, and other Western hits. CBS Radio presents the adventure and melody of the Gene Autry Show every Sunday on most of these same stations. Be listening tomorrow. Meet William Demarest and Hope Emerson as the Cobbs, Sunday nights on the CBS Radio Network.
From 71 years ago, June 12, 1954, Gunsmoke, here on Classic Radio Theater, with Wyatt Cox. Up next, the only radio show that came from television, John Dehner as Paladin in Have Gun Will Travel.
Friends, this is Bob Hope. If an atom bomb were to hit your home city, would you know what to do? Remember, one explosion of an atom bomb could kill 75,000 and maim 100,000. This is only one kind of a disaster which could strike. In addition to many forms of enemy action, there are the dangers of fire, flood, earthquake, and traffic. Knowing what to do before, during, and after a disaster can improve your chances of survival. There is something you can do and do now. You can learn a pattern of survival. Your local Office of Civil Defense is ready to help. Persuade your club, your church, your friends, and your neighbors to help to learn to live. Remember, this is the atomic age. No one can escape its hazards, but everyone can prepare. Listen carefully. What you are about to hear can save your life. Do you know the siren signal in case of atomic attack? Do you know how to find shelter? Do you know how to give first aid? Do you know what will be done for your safety? For further details, consult your local Office of Civil Defense.
And that's good to know. Now we go back 65 years, June 12th, 1960. John Dehner as Paladin in Have Gun Will Travel and the Search for Wylie.
No one can change what's happened in the past, but maybe I can do something to make up for it, to help you get a new start.
Have Gun Will Travel. Starring Mr. John Dehner as Paladin. San Francisco, 1875. The Carlton Hotel, headquarters of the man called Paladin.
Oh, hey, boy.
Hello, Mr. Paladin.
What? Hey, boy. What happened? Where'd you get that black eye?
Hey, boy, have fight.
Oh. Hop Sing?
Hey, sir.
He was bullying you again?
Hey, sir. Remember that book, hey, boy, show you? What Confucius say? Remember that thing you say? Good advice?
Yes, I remember. If a man does not resent slight injustices, he will soon be called upon to face giant wrongs.
Yes, sir. So, hey, boy, decide to resent injustice. Show Hop Sing. Yes, sir. Hey, boy, get beat up.
Well, hey, boy, I was reading through that book, and do you know what else Confucius said? Do not glory in your strength. There is always a stronger.
Confucius have an answer for everything.
Yes, he does. Well, do you suppose you have the strength to carry out these bags for me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, where you going, Mr. Paladin?
I'm going to El Paso, head boy. While I'm gone, you heed this advice. Discretion is the better part of valor. So, stay out of Hop Sing's way.
Smoking more now, but enjoying it less.
Have a real cigarette. Have a Camel.
So good.
Have a Camel cigarette.
So rich.
Have a real cigarette. Have a Camel.
So mild.
Have a Camel cigarette.
And here's the reason why.
Best tobacco makes the best smoke. Have a Camel cigarette.
You can say that again.
Best tobacco makes the best smoke. Have a Camel cigarette.
If you're smoking more these days, but enjoying it less, then change to Camel's, the best tasting cigarette of all.
Have a Camel!
Start to really enjoy smoking again.
It was early in the morning when I arrived in El Paso. I checked into a hotel, had breakfast, then walked 2 blocks to a small building. Painted on the glassed front door was Melvin B. McCleary, attorney at law. When I first knew Mel McCleary, he was a prosecuting attorney for the state and a good man with a deep and abiding respect for the law. I hadn't seen him since he'd hung out his own shingle.
Paladin!
Hey, Mel!
Paladin,
Hey.
I knew you'd come. It's good to see you.
How are you, Mel? It's been a long time.
Sit down, sit down.
Sure, thanks. Well, it's a nice setup you have here. How's it going? Having your own practice?
Good, very good. I'm so busy right now that I can't even take the time to clear my own conscience. That's why I sent for you.
Oh, I can't imagine your conscience carrying a load that would present much of a problem.
You remember a fellow named Willie Dawson?
Dawson? No.
Well, you have to go back a few years. It was my first case as prosecutor in Texas. You were here at the time.
Oh, sure, of course. He was a sheriff, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I remember.
Charged with the holdup of a Wells Fargo office and the murder of a guard.
That's right.
And if you recall, the outcome of that trial was that Dawson was sentenced to life imprisonment.
Yeah?
He served 3 years in Huntsville and escaped.
I didn't know that.
I felt cheated. I saw to it that the law kept after him, always after him. But he always managed to stay just one jump ahead.
Never captured him.
No, he's been a fugitive for 2 years now, living like a hunted animal. Well, a month ago, a man made a full confession to that holdup. Dawson has been completely exonerated.
Oh. I guess I can understand how you feel, Mel.
It hasn't been pleasant living with myself this past month.
Well, you only did your job.
Whatever. But he's got to be found, Paladin. Somehow I must find a way to try to make amends. I need your help.
All right, Mel. Where do I start looking?
Thank you, Paladin. Well, there's been no word on him for several months. But there is a woman. From down Chinati way across the border. I've heard she may know something. You might start there. Her name is Maria. That's all I know.
I followed the Rio Grande River south and crossed the border into the town of Chinati. It was hot, dry, and dusty. At one end of the only street was a cathedral. At the other end, a cantina, with not much in between. I headed for the cantina. It was empty, except for the fat bartender and the even fatter flies.
Hello, senor.
Yeah, whiskey American.
Ah, sí. Whiskey American.
Yeah.
It's a nice day, no?
No. Is there a hotel in this town?
No, senor.
Is there a restaurant, someplace to eat? Tengo hambre.
Ah, sí, senor, you can eat.
Eat, yeah.
Tía Rosas. Muy bueno.
Where is it?
It's out there, that way. Una casita, you'll find.
Thanks. What's your name?
Esteban.
Esteban? Do you know a man named Willie Dawson?
No sabe.
Willie Dawson.
No sabe.
You know his girlfriend? Her name's Maria. You know where I can find her?
No sabe.
Look, Esteban, I come as a friend to Senor Dawson. I have a very important message for him.
Don't know him. Don't know nothing.
Believe me, he'll be glad to see me. Yeah, well, I don't know how to convince you, but sometimes this can be pretty convincing.
Ah, sí.
Not so fast. Willie Dawson, you know him?
Senor, not for all the gold you could stack from here to here, could I tell you that?
Look, if he shows up this afternoon, I'll be at Tia Rosa's. Tia Rosa's was about a half mile from the cantina, a small adobe hut set in the middle of nothing. The food was not muy bueno, but it was filling, and the specialty of the house, as far as I was concerned, was a dirt-floored patio that boasted a large cottonwood tree. After eating, I laid down in the blessed shade and promptly fell asleep. My awakening was a rude one. I was lifted to my feet by the front of my shirt, and a fist drove into my chin. Hey, you, what?
Come here.
Oh, no, wait. Look.
That's from Willie Dawson, mister. I promised myself that the next one that came along was going to get it. That's you. Come here.
No, stop it.
There's lots of hate behind that fist, mister. You, all of you, dogging my trail, hounding me. I've had enough. I'm not running anymore, see? Come here.
Lucy, if anyone phones me tonight, I'm not home.
Oh, dear. All week you've been coming home like this, cross and tired.
If you'd had my nagging backache with restless, sleepless nights, you'd feel worn out, too.
But why just complain of backache? Do something.
What?
Try Doan's pills.
Right. Doan's pills are an analgesic and mild diuretic to the kidneys. Nagging backache, also headache, dizziness, and muscular aches and pains, may come on with overexertion, emotional upsets, or everyday stress and strain. Doan's pain-relieving action is often the answer, and they also offer mild diuretic action through the kidneys. So if nagging backache is making you feel worn out, tired, and miserable, with restless, sleepless nights, don't wait. Try Doan's pills, used successfully by millions for over 60 years. See if they don't bring you the same welcome relief. Get Doan's pills today. To save money, buy Doan's big economy size.
Oh, at last you open your eyes.
Well, what do you know? Where'd you come from?
I am Maria. The old woman, Tia Rosa, is my grandmother.
Maria? You Willie Dawson's girl?
I am Willie Dawson's wife.
His wife? Where's Dawson?
He had to go. Some men came from him. There was a big hurry. Please, senor, you make yourself able to leave here before he gets back.
Miss Dawson, I have to talk to you. Did your husband think I was the law?
Is that not right? You are?
No. I came to bring him word that he doesn't have to run away from the law anymore. He's a free man.
What is this, you say?
Another man has confessed to the crime that he was charged with. A terrible wrong has been done to your husband, Maria.
You sit there, senor, and you say terrible wrong. You don't know how terrible.
I can guess.
We marry when Wylie have escaped from prison. We go to Kansas and homestead. But comes law. We run. Wylie work in mine in Arizona. Law come, we run. Run, always run. Because of something another man do.
No one can do anything about the past, Maria, but maybe something can be done to make up for it, to help you get a new start.
It is too late, senor.
What do you mean?
My husband tried to do what is right. But, senor, only so much a man can hold. How you say? You have the name? Just as good to have the game. My husband has now joined with El Bandido Paco.
Paco?
Si.
How long ago did you throw in with Paco?
Only last week. They meet and they talk in the cantina.
Well, the way Paco hates gringos, he must have some good reason for taking your husband in. Probably a job he is planning where he'll need him. Is he with Paco now?
Si. Paco's men come. They ride to camp this instante.
And do you know the trail to this camp?
I have seen it, yes.
Well, come on and show me. I'm going up there.
No, senor. No one goes to Paco's camp unless Paco says so.
Maria, I have a job to do to find Willie Dawson, deliver the message to him that he's a free man, and take him back to El Paso where he'll be helped to make a new life. But none of that will matter unless I can get to him before he starts out with Paco and really commits a crime.
Si. I understand. Señor, pare. Stop here.
Oh, no. This it?
Up ahead. That trail.
Up through those rocks there?
Si. Senor. There is a rifle behind every bush.
Now, the riflemen, would they shoot to kill or just take me prisoner?
Take you prisoner, of course. To have the pleasure to torture the gringo. Believe me, Senor Paladin. You should not go up there.
Look, Maria, will you take this? It's my card. Now, I've written a name on the back of it, the name of a man in El Paso. If I'm, if I'm detained, see if you could get in touch with him, will you?
Yes. You are a foolish man. But que Dios te bendiga.
Thank you. All right, now you go back, Maria.
Adios.
Adios. All right, boy. Come on. Come on. Pick up your feet. Come on.
¡Alto! ¡Alto!
Oh.
¿Quién es?
My name is Paladin.
¡Gringo! ¡Venga acá! ¡Gringo! ¡Pronto!
Munch, munch, munch a bunch of Fritos, corn chips. It's not polite to smack your lips, but you can't help it with Fritos, corn chips. Munch, munch, munch a bunch of Fritos, corn chips.
That's right, Fritos corn chips. So crisp and light, there's contentment in every munch. Serve them at outdoor parties, as a snack, or with dips. Fritos corn chips are so good with cold drinks, everyone will want to munch a bunch. Fritos have a flavor no other kind of chip can match.
Munch, munch, munch a bunch of Fritos, corn chips.
Fritos are golden chips of corn just made to munch. Keep Fritos corn chips on hand for the perfect warm weather between meal treat. Tuck a bag in every lunch, picnic, or otherwise. Serve them with sandwiches, salads, all summer meals. Fritos corn chips are full of good, crisp, refreshing flavor. Fritos, Fritos corn chips.
Munch, munch, munch a bunch of Fritos, corn chips.
Rifles were trained on me from all sides as I was led up the trail. Paco's camp was in a wide valley that lay on the other side of the steep cliff. There were many untidy rows of jacales, thatch-roofed huts. And in front of the biggest one, squatting on the ground in a circle, were a bunch of the meanest-looking men I've ever seen, and Willie Dawson. Horses were standing nearby, saddled and ready.
Ándale, gringo. Paco, nosotros encontrábamos este gringo en la vereda. ¿Qué quiere? What do you want, gringo?
I come to talk to Willie Dawson.
You. Look, didn't you have enough?
Dawson, who is this man?
The law, Paco.
I am not the law.
Candid Chinati after me. I knocked him around some. I should have killed him.
Dawson, will you listen to me? You don't have to run from the law anymore. A man confessed to the crime you were charged with. You're a free man.
Oh, it's a trick, Mr. Dawson. These gringos from the law have many tricks.
Sure, it's a trick. They've used just about every one in the book to try to...
Dawson, listen.
You listen, lawman. 5 years ago, I was convicted of robbing a Wells Fargo office and killing a guard. I didn't do it. You want to know where I'm going now? I'm going into El Paso, and I am going to rob that Wells Fargo office, and if a guard gets in my way, I'll kill him.
Don't do it.
Come on, Dawson, we must go. You, gringo, lawman, we save you for when we get back. Then we have a sport. We feed you to ants. Vámonos, señores. Pancho, tie up this gringo lawman. We save him for later.
The men mounted the horses and rode off. Then, at the point of a rifle, I was prodded into one of the huts, and my hands and feet were tied. Sometime later, I began to consider that perhaps I was too conscientious about my work when I heard the commotion outside.
Senor Paladin.
Huh? Maria.
I was at the bottom of the trail. I saw the men ride away, my husband with him. Senor, he does not belong with us bandidos.
Of course he doesn't. What's going on out there?
There are not many men left in camp. I see that they're busy. I set fire to the jacales at the far end. Here, let me untie your hands.
Yeah. Well, how did you get by the trail guards?
With a lie, I say I'm on errand for my husband.
Maybe it wasn't a lie, Maria. Maybe I can still stop him. Can you get me a gun?
I think so. There, your hands are free.
Thanks. Now I'll get these ropes around my ankles.
Senor, what can you do against all of those Pacos Bandidos?
Pacos Bandidos won't dare ride into El Paso. They'll stay at a safe distance. It'll be Dawson and maybe a couple of Pacos men, one that he feels he can afford to lose. There we are.
Your horse is still out there.
Good. I'll look out and see if it's clear.
There's no one.
How's the fire?
It does very well.
Yeah, it's spreading. I believe it's even drawn the trail guards. Well, let's go, Maria. It was a long ride and a hard one, and I knew I was making good time, but it wasn't good enough. When I reached El Paso, there were gunshots coming from the Wells Fargo office, and by the time I dismounted and went inside, the safe had been blasted open and the guard lay on the floor with a bullet in him. Hey.
Bandits robbed safe.
Who shot you?
Little Mexican bandits.
Which way they go?
Out the back.
All right, you'll be all right. I'm going after them. Hey, you! Stop! Dawson! Hold it! Yeah. Dawson?
Looks like you win, lawman. You're a persistent cuss.
You're a stubborn one. I am not a lawman.
It doesn't matter. But I want you to know I didn't shoot that guard.
I know. He told me who it was. He can testify for you. Oh, he'll be all right. But your compañeros are dead.
Maybe better if I was.
Nonsense. Dawson.
What?
I'll take the stand for you, too. And there's a lawyer I know, the best in the state. He feels he owes you a lot.
What are you talking about?
You'll see. Now, we better get that shoulder fixed up. Come in. Oh, Miss
hello,
Wong.
Paladin. Glad to see you back.
Well.
All right, I clean the room now?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
I've been waiting for you, Miss Wong. Oh, wait now. Remember what you wanted me to bring you from Mexico? Hmm? Look.
Oh, Mr. Paladin, big hat.
The sombrero, Miss
Oh,
Wong.
it's lovely, Mr. Paladin. Here, let me put him on. Oh, there.
Oh, now, well, it is. That's lovely, Miss Wong. But why anyone in San Francisco should want one of those is beyond me.
Oh, Mr. Paladin, rain all the time in San Francisco. Big hat keep rain off of me.
Oh, I see. Oh, yes.
Thirsty people everywhere prefer ice-cold Pepsi-Cola. And because it's light, it refreshes without filling.
Charlie, be sociable.
I am, Kay. Pepsi is a favorite of thirsty people from Maine to Hawaii, from Alaska to Florida.
Charlie.
It's perfect for parties or picnics, so serve Pepsi to your guests.
That's helpful, but...
This is the sociable part. Keep plenty of Pepsi ice-cold and ready. Remember, it goes fast because everybody likes Pepsi.
Singing still sounds more inviting. May I?
Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi. Drink light, refreshing Pepsi. Stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
But singing doesn't say, pick up an extra carton of Pepsi today. Better yet, get a case.
You do that.
Have Gun Will Travel. Created by Herb Meadow and Sam Rolfe, is produced and directed in Hollywood by Frank Paris and stars John Dehner as Paladin, with Ben Wright as Hey Boy and Virginia Gregg as Miss Wong. Tonight's story was specially written for Have Gun Will Travel by Ann Dowd. Featured in the cast were Harry Bartell, Bartlett Robinson, Jack Edwards, Don Diamond, and Peggy Weber. This is Hugh Douglas inviting you to join us again next week when CBS Radio presents Have Gun Will Travel.
"65 years ago, June 12, 1960, Have Gun Will Travel here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Tomorrow, the Chase and Sanborn Hour, Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, Joan Blondell. Also George and Gracie at the 1944 Kansas City War Bond Drive, their last show of the season. And Gildersleeve's planning a honeymoon in an episode of The Great Gildersleeve from 1943. On Saturday, more comedy with the Screen Directors Playhouse production of The Ghost Breaker, starring Bob Hope, from 1951. Also from 1951, Robert Young in Father Knows Best. You Bet Your Life, starring Groucho, from 1950. And My Friend Irma, starring Marie Wilson, from 1948. Sunday, we'll get back to crime. In fact, it'll be Crime and Peter Chambers, starring Dane Clark, from 1954. A 1939 edition of Calling All Cars. A 1943 version of Lights Out. And the FBI in Peace and War. And The Hostage. Monday, Death Valley Days from 1939. Shoofly. Crime Classics from 1954. The Death of a Baltimore Birdie Friend. Did Justice Triumph, and The Man Who Died Twice, and an episode of Romance from Murder Island. That's all coming up as we head into the new week here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Next, a summer replacement series, Philip Marlowe.
This is Art Linkletter. In event of atomic bombing or some other catastrophe, here's something important to remember. It will help save lives, including your own. Do not use the telephone. Leave the line open for official rescue and relief. This is your part in civil defense. Remember, don't use the phone. Leave the line clear for safety of your own life and the lives of others.
We continue on this Thursday Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox with a summer replacement series for Bob Hope. Pepsodent sponsoring The Adventures of Philip Marlowe, starring Van Heflin. This was broadcast 78 years ago, June 12, 1947, and Who Shot Waldo?
Lever Brothers Company presents the Pepsodent program, The Adventures of Philip Marlowe, starring Van Heflin. Pepsodent presents Philip Marlowe, Hollywood's famous private detective created by Raymond Chandler. Philip Marlowe, tough, cynical private eye of Murder My Sweet, the sardonic, case-hardened detective of The Brasher Doubloon, The Lady in the Lake, and The Big Sleep. You've seen him in action in all of those top-flight mystery pictures. Now, in order that you may continue to enjoy this exciting mystery series, Pepsodent brings you The Adventures of Philip Marlowe on the air with a cast of noted radio players and starring MGM's brilliant and dynamic young actor, Van Heflin.
There was a rough desert wind blowing into Los Angeles that evening. It was one of those hot, dry Santa Anas that come down through the mountain passes and curl your hair, make your nerves jump and your skin itch. On nights like that, every booze party ends up in a fight, and meek little housewives feel the edge of a carving knife instead of their husbands' necks. Anything can happen when the Santa Ana blows in from the desert. I closed up my office early. I got tired of reading Philip Marlowe, private investigator, backwards on the ground glass of my office door. So I opened the door and closed it from the outside and locked it and went out to get a beer before I went up to my apartment.
Fella up again, Mr. Marlin?
Marlowe. Marlin is a fish.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, you bartender. Come in on the ride.
Drunk again. What'd you expect in this business? Autograph hounds?
Make it snappy, yeah?
Be right with you, sport. I gotta draw this man a beer. Crying out loud, these stumble bums that come in here.
You got another customer, Backus?
Hey, Bud. You seen a lady in here lately?
A lady?
Tall, good-looking, brown hair, a print bolero jacket, and a blue silk dress.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Nobody like that's been in.
All right, straight scotch, fast. I left my engine running out there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This slick-looking, sarcastic guy stepped up to the bar and drank his scotch whole. Then he turned to go out, and he stopped. The drunk was grinning at him. And then, without changing his grin, the drunk swept a gun from somewhere so fast it was just a blur coming out. Made a couple of hard snaps, and a little smoke curled. Very little.
All right, show other guys. Don't move. So long, Waldo. All right, don't move, you two. Oh, Waldo. But I made his nose bleed. So long, boys. Drink up.
All right, get on that phone, kid. I'll get his license number. Holy smoke. Holy smoke.
Not too late. Drove away with this dead guy's car.
Maybe he ain't dead.
He's dead, all right.
Where's your phone? This is for the police. The prowl car boys were there in about 5 minutes. Waldo was out of business, all right. And nothing in his pockets told who he was, but he had about $700 on him. I told the cops what I knew, including about Waldo's tall, brown-haired, pretty girl in the bolero jacket. It was about 9 o'clock when I stepped out of the elevator in my apartment house and almost walked right into a tall, brown-haired, pretty girl in a bolero jacket, waiting for the elevator on my floor.
Oh, excuse me.
Just a minute, lady.
I said, excuse me, I'm in a hurry. Else you'll be good enough
Look,
to
you
step
better
out.
not go outside in those clothes.
Just what do you mean by telling me
This isn't a make. You're in trouble.
trouble?
Yeah, the cops are looking for you in those clothes.
But I haven't done anything that's...
I'm in room 41 across the hall now. I never collected an etching in my life.
All right, I'll go with you. I'll go.
I got to my room and rustled up some scotch and soda and brought the girl her glass. She had a small automatic in her hand and jumped up at me, and her eyes were full of panic. I put down both glasses on the table slowly so that I wouldn't be misunderstood. Look, sister, maybe this wind has got you crazy, too.
Don't move. Be careful, don't move.
A man just got shot in a bar down the street. Before he got it, he'd been asking about a tall, pretty girl with a bolero jacket, like yours.
What did he look like, this man?
Tall, 5'11", slim, dark brown eyes with a lot of glitter, dark suit, white handkerchief in the breast pocket. And he must have seen you earlier tonight to know how you were dressed. Am I getting anywhere?
He used to be my chauffeur.
You had an appointment with him, didn't you?
Why?
Listen, he asked for you, didn't he?
Yes, I had an appointment with him. He'd stolen something from me when he left 3 days ago. I was going to buy it back from him.
Why didn't you tell the police?
I couldn't tell them.
It was valuable, wasn't it? Valuable enough for Waldo to steal?
$15,000.
Oh, it's peanuts.
But it wasn't the value. It meant something to me. The man I loved gave it to me, and now he's dead. He was a flyer shot down over chimney. I'll go back and tell my husband that. He probably hired you.
He did? Well, how much is he paying me? And where is this husband of yours?
He's at a meeting.
This late at night?
He's a very important man. He's a hydroelectric engineer. I'll let you know that my husband is one of the...
Skip it. I'll take him out to lunch sometime and have him tell me himself. And about Waldo. Whatever he had on you is dead stock now, like Waldo himself.
He's dead. Waldo's dead?
Yes, sister, he's dead. Dead. Lady, he is dead.
Oh.
Now scream and I'll give you 2 black eyes.
I'm not going to scream. Who would that be?
There's a dressing room behind that door. Hide there. Now, don't argue with me. Do it.
All right.
And I went to the door, making a loud, yawning sound. The backs of my hands were wet. I opened the door. Without a gun. That was a mistake. I certainly knew the gun I was looking into, a .22 target automatic that had already killed one man that night. And I knew the bald head and the flat, shiny eyes and a face like a poisonous lizard. Baldy put the muzzle of his gun lightly against my throat. I backed into the room, and Baldy kicked the door shut.
You alone? Look for yourself. I'm asking, not looking.
I'm alone.
Even that dumb bartender saw me dust off Waldo.
What did Waldo do to you?
Who's asking?
Just making conversation.
He's still lonely on a bank job we did together. Got me 4 years in Michigan pen. How is he?
Dead?
I'm still good, drunk or sober. Tell me why I came here, pal.
You heard the barkeeper and me talking. I told him my name, where I lived.
That's how, pal. I said why.
Skip the hangman would ask you to guess why he's there.
Oh, you're pretty tough at that, ain't you? But you're slamming off, pal.
All right, but you could get that gun out of my neck and try somewhere else.
Oh, yeah, sure. Is this better? This suits you all right?
So it is my neck.
Save when, pal? Sure, party.
I leaned against the gun. The door at the dressing room showed a crack of darkness. The crack widened. I began to shake a little. The girl came quietly into the room, but there was white all around her irises. She was scared. She had her gun in her hand, but I was sorry for her. Dead sorry. She'd try to make the door scream either way. It'd be curtains for both of us.
You scared, mister? You worried about any little thing?
I couldn't talk. The girl floated in the air somewhere behind Baldy, and her horrified face was drifting toward us. My mouth was as cold and dry as yesterday's toast.
Well, kid, how's it feel? You ready yet? Go on, say the word.
Well, don't take all night about it if you're going to do something about it.
Why not, pal? I like this.
Well, suppose I yell.
Go ahead, yell. Go ahead.
Hey, look!
Oh.
Thanks, sister. Thanks. That buys me. Everything I have is yours now and forever. You flatter me no end, lady. I only punched him. All right, now get out of here while I call the cops down on this killer.
Good night. Good
Hey,
night.
wait. Leave that Blair jacket here. Marks you for the cops.
Oh, yes, here.
Okay. See you again?
What?
Oh, I don't know. No, I guess not. After all, who am I to be the rival of a dead flyer? I'll see that the police get Jesse James here. Good night, lady. Yeah? You mean me?
Yes, please.
Oh, you. Again, huh?
Sit in. I must talk to you.
You want to know what happened at headquarters, huh?
Yes.
Well, I went down there with the law and gave them the story. I left you out of it.
Thank you.
You saved my life, so no one knows a thing about you. Well, incidentally, neither do I.
Well, my name is Mrs. Frank Bosley, 212 Fremont Place, Olympia 24596. Is that what you want?
I guess so.
Well, there he is.
Now, why did you really come back?
I wanted my pearls.
Pearls?
Yes.
Pearls, too, huh? All right. Tell me about the pearls. You've had a murder and a beautiful mystery woman and a sadistic killer and a heroic rescue. Now we will have pearls.
I was to buy them back from a man called Waldo.
Well, I saw everything that came out of his pockets, and there weren't any pearls.
Could they be hidden in his apartment?
It's possible.
Waldo lived on the same floor you do in this apartment house.
And why didn't I know him, at least by sight?
He moved in last week and managed to get a sublet.
Great, a sort of an amateur magician on the side, huh?
It's getting rather late.
Yeah. What about your husband this hot, mysterious night?
He's still at his meeting.
You could have brought him along. He could have sat in the back seat working out a problem in hydroelectrics while...
While what?
Well, I didn't have any answers that wouldn't sound cheap or just ridiculous if from the sophomore class in radar 2. I had an unlit cigarette in my hand. I threw it out of the window. I took a hold of her and kissed her. She sat very still. I was shaking when I let go of her. Her voice trembled a little when she spoke.
I meant you to do that. I wasn't always that way. Only since Johnny Dalmas was killed in the war. He gave me those pearls. 41 of them perfectly matched with the diamond propeller clasp. I'd have loved them if they'd been wooden beads because he gave them to me. I love Johnny. The way you love just one time. You understand that?
What's your name?
Lola
Lola, how did you explain a $15,000 pearl necklace to your husband?
I told him you were imitation, and I bought for myself.
How did Waldo latch onto them, what they stood for?
When my husband was in Argentina, Waldo and I go for long drives. I was restless and wretched because of Johnny. Sometimes Waldo and I had a little drink together, but that's all.
But you confided in Waldo about this pearl.
I was a fool.
And when your husband came back, Waldo stole the pearls and offered to sell them back to you, or he'd tell Papa, huh?
I was a fool.
And now you think the pearls are upstairs in Waldo's apartment?
I suppose it's a lot to ask.
No, sweetheart. I've been paid. I'll go look. We're here. Has it gone long, Lola?
No. No?
No.
No pearls?
No pearls.
Oh.
There was a man in Waldo's room.
Man? Who?
You know a man named Leon Bastanos?
Not by name. I don't know.
Mexican, South American, about 45, small, iron gray hair, very neat, fawn-colored suit, wine-colored tie.
No, I don't think I know such a man. Is he the one in Waldo's room?
Yeah.
What does he have to say?
Very little. In fact, nothing. He's dead. I sat with Lola Barsley in a car listening to that jittery, infuriating desert wind gallop around in the midnight streets. I just told her about the Latin-looking man I'd found in Waldo's room in a very dead condition. I held her hands until they stopped trembling. Then I gave her the few remaining details. He had a gun in a shoulder holster, but someone had strangled him before he could use it.
Someone? Waldo?
Maybe. You see that convertible coupe two cars ahead of us?
Been there for hours. He was there before I parked here to wait for you.
Leon, the man in Waldo's room, came in that car, but according to the key containers he carried, that isn't his car.
Whose car is it? Does it matter?
Well, it belongs to a lady according to the tag on the keys.
A lady?
Well, anyway, a woman, if you're going to split hairs. Eugenie Kolchenko, in West Los Angeles?
Never heard of her.
Uh-huh. All right, well, you go home now, huh?
What are you going to do?
Drive that flossy convertible around, wave at my friends, impress people. You run along now. Maybe I've got another date.
Yes? What is it, please?
Miss Eugenie Kolchenko?
Yes? What is it?
Did you lose or misplace a pigeon gray convertible coupe?
What are you saying?
Now, don't be alarmed. I found it and I brought it home to you.
Come in, please. It is a reward you wish. Shall we say...
Snap out of it, Dragon Lady. Who was he?
Who? What? Who?
The little guy, Leon. You loaned your car to. He's dead. Who was he?
Oh, no, no.
Oh, yes, yes.
Eugenie.
Darling, come here, please.
What's the matter, honey? Who is this man?
I came about Miss Kolchenko's car.
What about her car?
The gentleman who borrowed it couldn't return it on account of he isn't alive.
He's dead. Darling, he's dead.
Well, that's putting it more bluntly, of course.
Dead, eh?
Completely.
Who are you?
Philip Marlowe, private investigator. My card.
Mm-hmm. You told the police yet?
Never do at once what can be deferred pending negotiations. He's something.
I'm not negotiated.
Oh, peachy.
What do you know, Marlowe?
A man named Waldo was shot in a bar tonight. I happened to have the inside as to who he was, and when I visited his apartment tonight, I found this Leo Balsanos dead.
He wouldn't have had $500 in 20s on him, would he?
No, but this Waldo had over $700 on him when he was killed at that cocktail bar, mostly in 20s.
Hmm.
Is there a basis there for negotiations yet?
Very well, Marlowe. I'm a married man. There were certain unpaid bills for some stuff Miss Kolchenko here had charged to my account.
But you told me I might charge to your account.
All right, so I wasn't very bright.
That might be the understatement of the decade, but go on.
I had the unpaid bills safely in my briefcase. Somehow this Waldo had a chance to steal the briefcase. I hired Leon and gave him $500 to buy back those bills from Waldo.
Instead, Waldo took Leon's dough and was forced to kill Leon in the process. And then he went out to keep another date and accidentally walked into an old pal hostile enough to blow him down.
And someone still has those bills. And I'm in for remorse.
The man who shot Waldo got away in Waldo's car with your briefcase in it. Yeah, it could be. The cops caught him.
Oh. And the police have the briefcase.
Maybe. But the police are interested in solving crime, not in tossing mud for the benefit of sensation eaters. Look, I've got a friend or two at headquarters. Let me see what I can do.
It's worth $500 to me.
Well, then that's what it'll cost you.
Well, good luck. And, thank you, Mr.
Marlowe. Philip Marlowe, remember?
My name is Frank Barsley.
Barsley. Oh?
What does that mean?
The big hydroelectric engineer?
Yeah. How did you know?
My voices tell me.
Who?
Darling, this man is manifestly insane.
It's the heat, Miss Kolchink. It's the Santa Ana. It's the desert wind. May I use your telephone? Someday I must tell you about Ibarra. Salt of the earth, Ibarra, Detective Lieutenant over Central Homicide. I phoned Ibarra from Miss Kolchenko's house and told him where he could find a well-dressed cadaver named Leon and furnished a few small details. I gave Ibarra time to check my tip and then I went down to see the good lieutenant and told him why I'd been up in Waldo's room, only to find Leon instead of a certain lady's string of pearls.
Pearls, eh?
Well, I thought Waldo might have them up there.
Whose pearls were they?
A lady's.
Go on.
Or they might have been in Waldo's car that Waldo's killer drove away in.
Yeah.
Well, what, yeah?
They might have.
Also a batch of unpaid bills charged to the account of a certain Frank Barsley?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, now, the police aren't interested in domestic scandal. They want to prevent or to solve crime, right?
So?
So I've got $500 for the police fund if those pearls and those bills are returned to their rightful owners.
Quit your kid.
No, it's a valuable necklace.
Yeah? There's your necklace.
That's it. 41 pearls, perfectly matched diamond propeller clasp. That's it. That's the one.
Take it away, Morrow.
On the level?
Just tell me straight what it's all about, all that.
Sure. Well, this Waldo was blackmailing a wife with the pearls, and her husband with the bills, by the name of Barsley. Well, Barsley sent Leon to get the bills from Waldo. Instead, Waldo killed Leon, then stepped out and happened to get shot by that guy at the bar. Now, if Barsley's name stays out of the paper, I get $500, and that goes to the police fund.
We'll keep him out.
Well, now, I'm not in this case for money. I just want to get back the bills and the pearls.
As you say, Morrow, the police aren't in business to sling mud.
Well, you can deliver the pearls to the lady herself if you like. She lives at...
No, Morrow. You better take them to her. You see, except for the diamond propeller clasp on them, they're phony.
Phony? But...
All but the clasp, Morrow. All but the clasp. So the flyer, Johnny Downs, the great lover, had given Lola a string of fake pearls. Well, I didn't know how to tell her, but I called her up and told her to meet me at the Beachcombers at 2. I was going to slip her the bad news slowly.
I'm glad you asked me to meet you here, Mr. Marlowe. See, I had to have someone to talk to.
Go ahead. Talk. I'm listening.
Now, Mr. Marlowe, now more than ever, I must have those pearls.
Why? Money trouble?
Oh, no. It's just that everything's gone wrong. And this morning my husband told me we're to separate.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lola.
But if I had Johnny's pearls, it would be a link with the past and with Johnny. They're only meant to me. It's how a woman feels, Mr. Marlowe. I wouldn't blame you for not understanding.
Maybe I do, though.
So please, Mr. Marlowe, please, we'll try to find my pearls.
Lola, look,
Even if it isn't all of them. Any part of them. Any single smallest one of them. It'll be Johnny's.
Look, will you meet here again around 4 o'clock?
I'll be here.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. There was only one earthly decent thing I could do. I took Lola's glass pearls to a jeweler, and I had him take off the diamond clasp, put her on one of those strings of so-called simulated pearls that they sell you for $3, tax included. Then I went back to keep my 4 o'clock date with Lola at the Beachcombers.
Well, Mr. Marlowe, anything new?
Yes, the police found some pearls in Waldo's car.
They found my pearls?
No, not exactly.
Not exactly.
Well, Waldo was getting set to jip you, Lola. He had the diamond clasp of your necklace attached to a string of cheap imitations, and then he sold the real pearls.
Oh, how... Oh.
These are the imitations here.
Yes. But it is my clasp. The clasp is real.
Is that all right?
Yes, it's the clasp that Johnny Dahmer gave me. Of course it's all right.
Oh, that's swell.
Thank you so much, Mr. Marlowe.
Forget it.
I won't. Not if. But is this goodbye?
Yeah, I think so. You'll never get over Johnny Dalmas, will you? If anybody ever bothers you again, though, well, let me know. Name's Philip Marlowe. I drove almost to Malibu and then I parked and looked out on the rock cliff. Then I reached in my pocket and dug out the string of Bohemian glass pearls that Lieutenant Ibarra had found in Waldo's car. I cut the knot at one end and slipped the pearls off one by one. One by one, I flipped them into the water. Gull swooped down on them, and they flapped up again, screaming indignantly. The phony pearls had fooled Waldo and little Barsley, but they couldn't fool a seagull. I said to myself, to the memory of Johnny Dalmas, just another four-flusher. I listened a while to the wheeling seagulls. All at once I realized that the wind had died. The Santa Ana had blown itself out. The red wind was done. It was over.
You have just heard Van Heflin, starring in the first of a new mystery series, Raymond Chandler's The Adventures of Philip Marlowe, brought to you by the Lever Brothers Company, makers of Pepsodent. Tonight's story on The Adventure of Philip Marlowe is based on Red Wind, written by Raymond Chandler, creator of Philip Marlowe, the screen's most famous private detective. It was adapted for radio by Milton Geiger. Third with Van Heflin was Lorene Tuttle as Lola Barsley. And this is Wendell Niles inviting you to listen again next week at this same time to another exciting story on The Adventures of Philip Marlowe, starring Van Heflin with a distinguished cast.
Only thing really disappointing is that there were no Pepsodent commercials in that copy of the show, but you still got to hear Van Heflin's sort of. I say sort of. I wish I'd gotten a better copy of that. We'll look for some. Adventures of Philip Marlowe, 78 years ago, June 12, 1947, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit our webpage at classicradio.stream to support the program. Coming up next, an episode of Mutual's Crime Club.
Civil defense is common sense. This is Pat Boone. In case of enemy attack, you must know your warning signals. A steady blast of 3 to 5 minutes means tune your radio dial to 640 or 1240. A 3-minute wavering tone or a series of short blasts, take cover immediately.
More crime now with Mutual's Crime Club. This goes back 78 years, June 12, 1947. And just any moment, you'll hear that phone ring.
Hello, I hope I haven't kept you waiting. Yes, this is the Crime Club. I'm the librarian. Death is a knockout. Yes, we have that story for you. Come right over. Ah, you're here. Good. Take the easy chair by the window. Comfortable? The manuscript is on this shelf. Here it is. Death is a knockout. A very exciting story of a golden opportunity that was melted down by murder. Let's look at it under the reading lamp. It was the night of the Joey Troy Billy Sampson light heavyweight boxing match, and the crowd was already pushing into Madison Square Garden, filling it up. A few blocks away, another match was taking place in a small cafe between Hank Barnum, a sports writer, and Lovely Ann Cooper, a reporter.
For Pete's sake, Ann, you might try to be reasonable.
Don't tell me, Hank. You're a personal friend of Pop Evans, Joey Troy's manager. You were the first one to give Joey Troy a break in print.
There are no more tickets left.
Oh.
Why didn't you ask me a few days ago? I might have been able to swing a pass.
I didn't see what I see now.
Oh, what do you see now?
A human interest story. The romance between Joey Troy and that girl of his. What's her name?
Mabel Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but, Ann, that's been going on for years. I told you all about it.
It was never important until tonight.
And tonight?
I've got a yen to do a feature. Joey Troy, the brainless wonder, fighting for a crack at the champ. Tonight, Billy Sampson. Next year, the champ. Who pushed him up the cliff to those dizzy heights?
Pop Evans.
No, dear, not according to my story. It was a girl who stuck to him, inspired him, gave him the will to make good. Oh, by the way, who's that gorgeous redhead coming this way?
Huh? Oh, that's Mabel Smith.
I figured you'd be having dinner in this joint. You mind if I sit down?
Mabel, this is Ann Cooper.
Hello.
Yeah, Hank, I got to talk to you about something very important.
Okay, go ahead.
What about her?
She's all right.
Well, okay. There's trouble, Hank.
You enjoy?
No, it's Marty French. He wants Pop to get Joy to throw the fight. Well, Pop ain't doing it, and that means that...
Now, take it easy, Mabel. What's the proposition?
$50,000 if Joy takes it on the chin in the 4th round.
Well, why didn't Pop tell me about it?
He's scared stiff. The story broke in the papers, the fight might be called off.
Would that be bad for Joey's morale?
He don't know what's cooking, Miss Cooper. We didn't tell him.
Why not?
Because he's a dumb cluck who gets mad. He'd go after Marty and kill him.
What do you want me to do, Mabel?
You gonna be in Joy's corner tonight like always?
Yep.
Well, keep an eye on the towels they wipe his face with between rounds. Make sure there's no drug on him.
All right, honey. I'll do what I can.
I'll be watching from the 8th row ringside. So long, Hank. I'll see you later. Oh, goodbye, Miss Cooper.
Goodbye, Mabel. Well, there's going to be a hot time in the old town tonight. And I'm burning up because I won't be there.
Are you listening to me, Joey?
Sure, Pop. You know I always listen to you.
Now, keep pushing him. Don't give him a chance to get set.
You want me to take him this round, Pop?
I'll let you know.
You better tell me now, Pop. I don't hear so good when I'm fighting.
Now, there's the buzzer, kid. Now, we've got to clear out.
But, Pop, what do I do?
Go after him, but don't leave yourself open.
Okay, I'll knock him out.
Now, Pop, that's the 4th round coming up.
Now, what's so special about the 4th round, Hank?
Nothing. Could be a lucky number.
Is that all?
What's the matter with you tonight? You've been barking at me like a mutt.
What's the idea of checking the stuff we take in the ring?
There's no harm in smelling the towels, is there?
Well, it ain't necessary either. Joey, get after him. You got him going now. Use both hands. Both hands. Don't give him a chance to get set. He's going to knock him out, Hank. He's going to knock him out. Both hands, Joey. Don't let him get off the ropes.
Pop, what's the matter?
I don't...
Pop. Pop Evans. Hey, somebody get a doctor, quick.
I didn't think you'd do it, Hank. I didn't think you'd try to commit murder with 20,000 people around him.
Mabel, you sure you saw the gun?
I told you. Marty French was sitting next to me. I know where the shot came from.
I didn't hear a thing, and there isn't a mark on Pop.
There was a shot, Hank. Marty was telling me how tough it would be if me and Joey never got married. And then Joey went to work on Billy Sampson, and then he...
He's coming, too.
Shot.
You see? He heard it, too. That's when he fainted.
Shot. Joey.
Take it easy, Pop. You gotta relax.
Let me up. I got to see Joey. He's been shot.
He's all right, I tell you.
Where is he?
Upstairs winning a fight for you.
Hiya, pals.
Marty.
Yeah. I saw them carry you away, Pop. I thought maybe you had an accident.
You tried to kill him.
Me? Hey, what's this? Something for the press?
You got a gun on you, Marty.
I'm going to tell you.
All right, if you'd rather talk to a cop.
Hank, let's not have any trouble.
Listen, Pop, are you afraid of this mob?
I don't want any trouble.
The way I let people talk about me. Chalk it up to a good mood. I got news.
Joey lost.
No, sweetheart. Your dumb boyfriend is the leading contender now. He gets first crack at the champ.
When did it happen?
2 minutes and 18 seconds, the 7th round.
And I wasn't there to see him do it. I've been with him in every fight, and the biggest one so far...
They're taking pictures now, and he's talking on the radio. You know how much I dropped tonight, Pop?
That's got nothing to do with us.
$100,000, sister. But don't get me wrong. I'm not sore. I'm considering it an investment.
What does that mean, Marty?
You know, Hank, I look at you and I get ideas. Stick around. I'll give you a story you'll never be able to write.
Such as?
Just stick around. Now, I brought a bottle of champagne. The best.
What for?
We're going to have a few drinks to Joey. To the next champ.
Not with me, you're not.
Okay, then beat it.
What? Say, who do you think you're talking to?
Pop, tell her what I mean when I say beat it.
Maybe you better not wait for Joey.
Yeah. All right. I know where I stand. I'll be at the apartment.
What's the matter, Hank? You look puzzled.
Pop.
Let me tell you. There was a deal on for tonight, and he reneged.
I didn't take any money from him, Hank. He sent one of his gangsters to training camp with an envelope. The sneak gave it to me and drove away. There was $20,000 in it I didn't know.
I promised you 30 more, didn't I?
And I told you where to go.
Where's the 20 grand?
Where? Why, you dirty crook, I gave it back to you yesterday after Joey and I got back from the training camp.
Oh, quit kidding, pal. You're not making any impression on the press.
He is, Marty. I believe him.
You don't say. Are you going to write about it? Huh? We'll wait for Joey, huh? Maybe he'll want to drink some of this champagne with us.
Leave me alone, fellas. I don't feel like talking.
I'm depressed. You and Hank wasn't there to see me finish, Pop.
What took you so long, Joey?
Oh, they was taking a lot of pictures, moving pictures. Where's Mabel?
She had to go home, kid.
What for? She always waits for me to get through working.
She had to go home, Big Shot.
I ain't talking to you, Marty.
That's what you think.
I don't want you to bother me. I don't feel so good.
What's the matter, son?
Get these gloves off me, Pop.
Sure. You don't have to act like you're lost.
I ain't putting them on never again.
What?
What do you mean?
I mean it. Fighting's too dangerous.
What? Well, I'll be a monkey steps.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's find out what he means.
You know what almost happened in the ring tonight? What happens every time some guy hits me hard?
What's that?
I get mad, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I might kill some guy sometime, and then I'd be sorry.
I know you're tired, kid. Come on, I'll give you a rub down.
I don't want to be sorry. I don't want to kill nobody.
You haven't killed anybody yet, and you're not going to now. Come on.
I'm scared, Pop. I never said it before because I don't want you to feel bad, but tonight...
What's so different about tonight?
I think they took Billy Sampson to the hospital, Hank.
Oh.
You'll get over it, Joey. And next year, when you're beating the
I don't want you to talk to me, Marty.
Then you tell him, Pop. He's in the big money now. You're not letting him quit, are you?
Listen, Joey, we've worked a long time to get you to the top. Now, what do you think you're going to do to Mabel if you walk out on us now?
Mabel?
She wants to be the champ someday. She wants you to be famous and have a lot of money. She's been waiting for you, son.
For me to be champ?
Sure she has. Now, if you quit now, you'll break her heart. That's worse than getting mad, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm just a dumb guy. I don't think.
Open that bottle of champagne, Hank. We're celebrating.
Open it yourself. I just seen a miracle go to waste.
Okay, I don't mind.
Is that the real stuff?
Right out of my private cellar. You want to pour it?
Yeah. I like champagne. I'll get the glasses.
Yeah, do that, and then we'll drink to the partnership of Marty French and Pop Evans.
Partnership?
I'm taking a half interest in Joey, Pop.
For how much, Marty?
The 20 grand I left him on deposit, and the 100 grand I lost on the fight.
I got none of your money. Now get out of here.
Now, wait a minute. First, you sign this paper. A partnership agreement. 50-50 on Joey as long as he fights.
You're taking a big chance, Marty.
Am I? Are you going to put it on the front pages, Hank? Or tell the district attorney? Okay. Then I say Pop took the money from me. Let him prove that he didn't.
Hey, what's this I hear about a partnership?
This is nothing for you to worry about, Joey.
I don't want you taking him for no partner. I don't like him.
Yeah. You'll get over that, too. Well, I guess I picked the wrong time to be nice to you guys. Let's have the drinks.
Yeah. Here's yours, Marty. And this one's for you, Pop.
Yeah.
I'll get yours and mine off this table, Hank. Here. One for you, one for me.
Well, here goes to the next champ.
Hey, this is good. Can I have another one?
Sure, keep the bottle. Well, so long, pals. I'll see you tomorrow, Pop.
Don't waste your time.
You coming, Hank?
With you?
I said before, I look at you and I get ideas. Come on.
Where?
For a little walk. I got some plans I want to discuss with you.
Not tonight, Marty. I'm spending it with nice people.
I said, you're coming, Hank.
Would, that bulge in your pocket be loaded?
You want proof?
Good night, folks.
So long, Hank. Au revoir, pal.
Let's have it, Marty. What's the idea of pushing a gun at me through your pocket?
A gun? You fooled easy, Hank. Take a look.
A package of chewing gum. I'm going back.
The gun's in the other pocket.
I'm going with you.
Yeah. Oh, here. Keep yourself entertained. Have a stick.
No, thanks.
Well, you don't mind if I do a little chewing, do you?
You got a mouthful already.
Yeah, that's how I like it. Keeps me busy.
What about those plans you wanted to discuss with me?
Oh, yeah. You and I are going to be bosom pals for the night.
Really? In the morning, I suppose you'll throw me over for a blonde.
Nah. You don't get it. We're going to be inseparable. You're going to be my alibi.
Your what?
Yeah, that's right. Something's liable to happen to one of those lugs in the dressing room.
Now, look here, Marty. If you think your gorillas are going to...
Don't get excited. I said liable. And that means that
Hey, what's the matter with you?
I don't know. Something just hit me in the stomach. I got pains. Awful.
Marty. Well, I'll be... He's dead.
That's an exciting situation, isn't it? What do you think will come of it? We'll return to the story in a moment. You see, I'd like to talk to you for just a minute. As librarian of the Crime Club, I'm extremely interested in what you think of crime stories. And all of us will be very grateful to you for a short letter about them. Do crime stories supply a kind of relaxation for you after your day's work? Do they perhaps take your mind off the various problems that you would like to forget for a little while? Do you find them interesting as sidelights on the minds of evildoers and as illustrations of the eventual failure of evil? Won't you take just a few minutes to write to us, to tell us why you listen to crime stories? Your thoughts are so important to us. A letter or a card will be most deeply appreciated. Won't you please write one to the Crime Club in care of the Mutual Broadcasting System, New York 18? You'll be doing a great service to us, and you'll be helping us in planning these programs for your enjoyment. The address is the Crime Club, care of the Mutual Broadcasting System, New York 18. May we hear from you? And you shall hear from us now as we continue the story of Death is a Knockout. Marty French is dead in the corridor outside Joey Troy's dressing room. It is 15 minutes later, and in the dressing room...
I tell you, Hank, Joey didn't put a thing in Marty's drink.
Listen, Pop, the police are going to be here in a few minutes. They're going to ask a lot of questions.
We was all standing around this rub-down table, wasn't we? Did you see him do anything out of line?
Not here, but we didn't see him pour the champagne.
Wait a minute. I don't like what you're saying, Hank. That ain't friendship.
All I want's the truth.
You take that back. Take it back.
Stop it, Joey. Stop it.
Stop. Okay, Pop, you're the boss. But he's got no right to put ideas in my head.
All right, Joey. Now get dressed. We're going home. Mabel's waiting.
When did this happen, Pop?
On the way home from the garden. After the cops told us we could go home. We dropped Hank, and then Joey began to act up.
I killed him, Mabel.
Oh, shut up, you dumb Adonis.
I remember while I was pouring the champagne, I was listening to Marty tell Pop he was a partner. I was getting madder every time he opened his mouth. There was a bottle of rubbing down stuff on the table with a skull and bones on the label.
You didn't use it. Do you understand?
I understand, honey, but maybe I did. Hank kept saying I did.
What am I going to do with him? How can I go after a match with the champ as long as this idiot thinks he's a murderer?
Matches and money. That's all you ever think about. Squeeze the gold out of him.
What have I done to you?
Mabel, that ain't no way to talk to Pop.
Don't tell me how to talk. Why don't he let us get married? Why don't he cancel that no marriage clause in your contract?
Well, I signed, Mabel.
Did you know what was there? Did you even bother to read the paper?
No, honey, I was a kid, and Pop said it was okay, so I... Listen, Pop.
Joey, have I been a good manager to you?
Oh, who says you wasn't?
Didn't I take you into my house when you had nothing? I fed you, I clothed you, I built you up to be a leading contender?
Well, I ain't complaining, Pop.
All right, then, believe me, son, marriage is no good for you now. Not until you're the champ. You can't have too many things on your mind.
You hear that, Mabel? I gotta do what Pop says.
Oh, you make me sick.
Even so, now that I'm thinking... You wouldn't want to get hitched to no murderer.
That again, huh? Well, maybe you know why you killed Marty.
Yeah, he was getting in Pop's hair. He made me mad.
Pop's hair? Sure. Say, Pop, even if Joey had 50 managers, he'd still get his 60%.
Of course.
But a partner would cut your profit in half.
What are you getting at, Mabel?
You had a reason for killing Marty. And all the time you've been letting Joey think he did it.
Now, that ain't so, Mabel. Pop ain't no killer.
No? Watch me prove it.
Get away from that phone.
Try and make me. I'm going to call the cops and I'm going to give them the whole setup between you and Marty.
Drop that phone.
Hey, Pop, cut it out. You're twisting them on.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lose my temper. But I want no more talk of murder.
Now look, Ann Cooper, you may be the light of my life, but you haven't got a better reason.
Hank, darling, a girl can be lonesome.
Oh, but Ann, it's against the rules at 2:00 in the morning, and besides, I'm tired.
Oh, well, then you're out of circulation. Good night, dear.
Good night. Oh, what is this, Lover's Lane? Go home and let me die in peace. All right. But you better not be the milkman.
Hank, I'm sorry to be bothering you.
Think nothing of it, Mabel. I'm running open house.
Joey's in trouble.
Something besides murder?
I'm serious. I just saw something in the papers. The coroner found poison in Marty's stomach.
No kidding. And how'd it get there?
Joey thinks he did it. Hank, you gotta help me. Joey's innocent, but when I left the apartment, he was talking about giving himself up.
Now, that, Mabel, may be the only idea he ever had.
I thought you were his friend. What motive did he have for killing that gambler?
He's crazy about Pop, and Marty was trying to hone in.
Sure, on Pop. Now, would Joey rub out a guy with poison?
You think it was too subtle for him?
I know it. He'd do it the hard way, with his knuckles.
Could be. Say, Mabel, was the glass that Marty drank the champagne from tested by the police for poison?
I don't know. Why?
Oh, I thought that might have been in the papers, too. How'd you like to drive downtown with me?
Where to?
The morgue, for a bird's-eye view of Marty.
Yeah, I'd like to, but I better stick close to Joey. In his frame of mind, you never know what he'll do next.
Hello, McCab.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Barnum. Come in. I'm always glad when somebody walks in here.
How's business?
Oh, very quiet. What brings you to us at this hour?
Marty French.
Oh, yes. Would you like to see his body?
Not this minute, but I would like to examine his clothes. Are they here?
You too?
Who else?
Well, there's a lady looking at him now.
A lady?
In the wardrobe room. She's very beautiful, Mr. Barnum. I don't often get a chance...
Is she about this tall?
Yeah.
And has she got blue eyes and a full mouth?
A lovely mouth, Mr. Barnum.
And when she walks, does she...
Yes, Mr. Barnum, just like that. Is she a friend of yours?
She was.
You don't know how I envy you. A live woman.
Oh,
Hello, darling.
Hank, what are you doing here?
Are you still lonesome?
You wouldn't take me to the fight. Did you know there was going to be a murder?
No, Ann, dear, but that's no reason for you to be picking a dead man's pockets.
The police said he was poisoned. He drank champagne a few minutes before he died, and there was no poison in his glass.
Are you sure of that?
That's what they told me. So I came here looking for a clue. I'm a reporter, remember?
What did you find?
Oh, nothing much. This package of cigarettes, some loose change, and this package of...
Oh.
And just imagine how I felt when I pulled that out of his pocket.
Let that be a lesson to you. Where's the package of chewing gum?
How'd you know about that?
I'm psychic. Let me have it.
Oh, Hank, it's my favorite brand.
Well, you better switch, honey. That kind good is what for what ails you. If you want to stop ailing for good.
Hank, how can you be so sure that gum contains poison?
You're a tough kid to convince, Ann.
I like proof.
All right. I'll give it to you.
Here?
Why not? It's a beautiful spring night, and the bugs are in all their glory.
Pardon me if I think you've gone.
What?
Bugs.
Thank you, sweetheart. I take a stick of this gum, unwrap it, break it up into little pieces, and lay them on the sill of the car window.
Well, my mother always told me never to trust a sports writer.
In a few seconds, little bugs with wings will zoom out of the atmosphere to nibble at the bait. Ah, and won't they be surprised?
You're so cruel.
Ah, here they come. Look at them go for that sugar-coated poison. Have a good time, little brothers. You're helping me find a murderer.
Oh, what? Hank, those bugs...
Yes, isn't it amazing? They're dying like flies.
Joey, will you stop moping and go to bed?
I ain't staying here in the apartment with you. I want Mabel.
No, I don't know where she is. I've looked all over town for her.
You ain't telling me the truth, Pop.
Joey.
You don't like Mabel. You twist it around.
What's the matter with you, boy? You're like a wild animal.
Yeah, a wild animal. I get mad and I don't know what I'm doing. I could kill a guy and not know I'm doing it.
Oh, come on. Now you're tired. Go to bed. Sleep it off.
I notice you getting mad like that, too.
If I killed anybody, I'd know about it.
That's where you got it on me, Pop. Everybody knows I'm a dope.
What are you trying to do, pin that murder on me?
Mabel said you got the reason, didn't she?
So that's it. Well, now listen to me, son. I'm not taking the rap for you or anybody else.
Ha!
What's so funny about that?
You ain't so smart, Pop. I just tripped you up.
Huh?
You seen me do it, didn't you?
So I do what?
You saw me slip the poison in the glass.
Now look at here, Joey. I don't want any more talk. Go to bed.
I'm gonna find Mabel. And then I'm gonna give myself up to the cops.
Now, look, Joey, please listen to me. You got a brilliant career. We worked hard. We're near the top. You can't throw it away.
Get out of my way, Pop.
Think of me. I'm an old man. I can't go out and start looking for somebody else now. It takes years to build a good fighter. I haven't got the time.
Pop, you're making me mad.
You owe me something. I pulled you out of a pool room and made you into a human being. You're not going to let me down.
I don't want to give it the effort. I don't want to. Pop. Pop, you all right? Don't lay there like it was dead. I didn't mean to hit you.
Roaming around in Central Park at 4 o'clock in the morning. What do you think we are, Hank? A couple of sailors?
I don't like it any more than you do, Ann, but we gotta find Joey.
We're not going to find him.
You want to bet?
Huh?
There he is, sitting on that bench under the obelisk.
Well, of all things...
His favorite spot. That's where he met Mabel for the first time. Shh. Hello, Joey.
Huh? Oh, it's you, Hank.
Yeah, and this is Ann Cooper.
How do you do?
Pleased to meet you.
What are you doing here, Joey?
I couldn't find Mabel, so I wanted to be alone with my thoughts.
Oh, you poor thing. Did she throw you over for a wrestler?
She wouldn't do nothing like that. She's a good kid.
Now, calm down, Joey. Have you seen Pop recently?
Yeah, about an hour ago.
Then you know he's dead.
Huh? What are you trying to give me, Hank? He ain't dead.
He was when we saw him, Joey.
Well, I hit him on the jaw because he made me mad, but I brung him to and he went to bed.
We didn't find him in bed. He was on the floor. Somebody had cracked his skull with a hammer.
Wait a minute. Are you saying it was me?
Would I dare?
Not if you know what's good for you.
Oh, why, Mabel.
Mabel, honey.
I figured you might be sweating it out here, Joey. I couldn't find you anyplace else.
They're telling me I killed Pop.
Don't pay any attention to them. They're not your friends.
So you know about Pop, too, huh?
Why shouldn't I? I found him and I called the cops.
Would you know who killed him?
One of Marty's boys. And Pop got it because he killed Marty.
Is that what you told the police?
Yes. And I gave him the whole inside story about Pop and Marty, too.
Well, I guess that settles that. How about some gum?
You got some, Hank?
Mm-hmm. Right here.
What kind is it?
A popular kind. The kind Marty used to chew all the time. We found it in the pocket of his coat at the morgue.
Huh?
You're not afraid of it, are you, Joey?
I ain't afraid of nothing. Give me a piece.
Okay. One for you, too, Mabel?
No. I never chew.
Oh, that's too bad. How about you, Ann?
I don't mind.
Don't forget to take the paper off, dear.
Stop it, Joey.
Huh? What's the matter?
Don't put that gum in your mouth.
Why not, Mabel?
Come on, Joey. We're getting out of here.
Just a minute. We've got a few things to talk about first. And if you add them up, they'll total like murder. Tell me, Ann, do you think the automobile will ever replace the horses?
This is much more romantic. Carriage ride in Central Park. By the dawn's early light.
Yeah. And, darling.
Hold your horses, Hank. When did you decide that Mabel killed Marty?
When you found that package of chewing gum. He wasn't killed by the champagne, so therefore, and to wit...
But how could she have slipped it into his pocket? You were all in Joey's dressing room together.
She didn't do it there. She performed that bit of hocus-pocus during the fight while Marty French was sitting next to her thinking about Pop's business.
Oh, I see. And Marty was much too absorbed to know what was happening. But why did she kill Pop?
Because of Joey.
What do you mean?
Well, her whole idea in getting rid of Marty was to frame Pop. The old guy had a hold on Joey she couldn't break. Then the unexpected happened.
What unexpected?
Joey, the big dope, developed guilt feelings and was going to throw himself at the chair.
Oh. You never know, do you? Oh, well. Hank, don't you think the horse has many advantages over the automobile?
Well, you can't eat an automobile.
I mean, to lie back in the carriage and to listen to the trot, trot, trot. So romantic. And so peaceful.
Darling, have I told you tonight how lovely you are?
Not yet. But it never hurts.
You're like a moonbeam on a... And look at me.
What's the matter?
Would you kill a couple of men just to get me?
Don't be silly. Of course not. But I'd slaughter a couple of dozen women.
And so closes tonight's Crime Club story, Death is a Knockout. Stedman Coles wrote the radio script. Roger Bauer produced and directed. Tonight's cast included Sidney Smith as Hank Barnum, Ted DeCorsia as Joey Troy, Barbara Joyce played Mabel Smith, Bill Smith was Pop Evans, Arthur Vinton was heard as Marty French, and Joan Tompkins was Ann Cooper. Oh, I beg your pardon. Hello, I hope I haven't kept you waiting. Yes, this is the Crime Club. I'm the librarian. Yes, come over a week from tonight. We have the very exciting story of love and politics, in which the deciding vote was cast by death. It's called Hearse's Don't Hurry, by Stephen Ransom. In the meantime? Well, in the meantime, there is a new Crime Club book available this week and every week at bookstores everywhere. Yes, it's available now. Fine. And we'll look for you next week.
This program came from New York. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
The Crime Club was an imprint of Doubleday Books, and they kind of used it to promote the book line in addition to some great shows that you heard here on the Crime Club. 78 years ago, June 12, 1947, on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Coming up next, we'll take you to Pine Ridge, Arkansas, and see about Pine Ridge's newest possible hermit. Well, that'll be coming from Lum and Abner. Not either of them.
Listen and learn through civil defense. This is Johnny Cash. I'd like all of you to remember that America can withstand enemy attack if we support the emergency plans of our community and learn to help ourselves. Make sure you're prepared. Contact your local civil defense office today.
Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues now with an episode of Lum and Abner. This goes back 83 years, June 12th, 1942, as Cedric gets love advice from Mousy Gray.
The makers of Alka-Seltzer bring you Lum and Abner. Well, sir, folks, we wonder what your plans are for this weekend. You're going to have a little time off for relaxation? Maybe you're planning a picnic or a party with friends, a round or two of golf, or a day of working around the yard and the garden. Well, whatever your plans, we hope they work out just fine. May we suggest that you keep a package of Alka-Seltzer tablets handy. You see, they furnish you with what you might call good time insurance. because they offer quick, comforting relief just in case a headache, a touch of acid indigestion, muscular aches and pains, or morning after misery comes along to upset your day. You'll really find it wise to keep Alka-Seltzer handy. Then you're prepared to ease the distress of these common complaints that can and frequently do spoil the best of plans. So be sure to get a package of Alka-Seltzer tablets from your druggist right away, because you may want the fast relief they offer before Monday morning rolls around. And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, the old fellows finally discovered they didn't need a poetic license to write verses for their new greeting card business, so they're forging ahead in this enterprise. However, they were forced to interrupt their poetic activities long enough to attend a first aid class today. And so as we look in on the little community, we find Mousy Gray in charge of the Jotham Down store and library, as well as the Edwards and Gray Publishing Company. Cedric Wehunt, who is still having trouble with his love life, has just entered. Listen.
Oh, hello, Cedric.
Hello, Mr. Mousy. Whereabouts are Mr. Lum and Mr. Abner at?
Why, they went to some kind of a first aid class, they said, Cedric.
Oh, well, I reckon I better be going then.
Well, maybe I can help you, Cedric. See, they left me in charge of both the store and the publishing company. Did you want to get some greeting cards?
No, Mom, I just want to say goodbye, that's all.
Goodbye? Are you going someplace, Cedric?
Yes, Mom, I'm going up in the hills and hermit myself, I think.
Hermit yourself? Well, what do you want to become a hermit for, Cedric?
Because I hate and despise Gomer Bates, that's why.
Gomer Bates? Is he still going with your girl, Clarabelle?
Yes, Mom. I hope I never see him or Clarabelle neither one again as long as I live. Hate and despise both of them.
Well, now, don't be too hasty and rash, Cedric. Why don't you have a nice long talk with Clarabelle?
She won't talk to me. Just hangs up the telephone receiver when I first call her.
Well?
I bound you she'll be sorry when she finds out I went and hermited myself, though, I'll bet you.
Well, that won't win her back for you, though, Cedric. That'll just give Gomer all the more chance to take her places.
No, I don't care. I've already picked out a cave for myself, and I'm heading for it right now, too, I bet you.
Well, are you really going to live in a cave, Cedric? Sleep there and everything?
Yes, Mom, I'm going to stay there all the time, I think.
Well,
except for meals. I'm coming home for my meals. Might sleep at home, too, if it gets too cold up there. Maybe I'll just be a daytime hermit.
Well, are you going to stay up there in between meals?
Yes, Mom. That is, if I have time. See, I have to come in town a couple of times a day.
Oh, to get your mail, huh?
Yes, Mom, and to play the pinball machine. I wish they'd made caves with pinball machines in them. That's what I wish.
Well, I think you're making a mistake, Cedric. I think that you should stay right here and fight for the woman you love.
There ain't no woman I love, though. I hate and despise her now.
Oh, no, you don't, Cedric. I can tell. You love Clarabelle. When a fella hates a girl, that's a sure sign that he's in love with her.
Sure enough?
Yes, it is, Cedric.
How do you know?
Oh, well, I know all that stuff, Cedric. See, I learned about life when I was an editor back in Iowa.
Editor?
Yes, sir.
I never knowed you was an editor.
Well, the Young Men's Saturday Afternoon Bicycle Group used to get out a little newspaper once a month, and I was editor of the Love Advice column.
Oh, well, that don't help me none.
Yes, it does, too, Cedric. Now, if you'll just wait till Lum and Abner come back, why, we'll go over to my house and read all the columns that I wrote, and maybe we can find a case just like yours in there.
Well, I can't wait till I got to get to my cave, I think.
Well, now, don't do that, Cedric. That's a mistake. Now, you just stay right here and be firm.
Be firm?
Why, yes, that's the first advice that I always gave a young man. Be firm. Be dominant. Show Clarabelle who the master is.
Master?
Yes, sir.
Who is a master?
Why, that's you, Cedric. And you've got to prove that to her. That's the way that you can win her back. Be a caveman type.
Well, that's what I'm aiming on doing. I'm going to live in a cave.
Well, I don't mean that. I mean use caveman tactics, Cedric. Be rough with them like I am.
Use caveman what?
Tactics.
Well, I can't even say that.
Well, that's just to act like a caveman, Cedric. That's what that is.
Tactics.
Yeah, be rough with them. That's the way I am, Cedric.
Are you rough, Mr. Mousy?
Oh, I'm awful rough. See, that's how I won Gussie for my bride. You can do the same thing, Cedric.
Yeah, but I don't want to win Gussie.
Well, I mean that you can do the same thing with Clarabelle.
Oh, well, Clarabelle won't talk to me long enough to give me time to get rough and tell her who the master is or nothing.
Well,
Use
that's...
them tactics.
Well, you just have to be extra firm then, Cedric. Gussie wouldn't hardly talk to me at first. I tried my best to talk to her, and she just didn't want to have anything to do with me.
She never.
No, sir.
That's sort of like Miss Clarabelle.
I didn't let that stop me, though, Cedric. I was dominant.
You was, huh?
I looked her right in the eye and said, "Woman, if you don't marry me, I'm going to beat you."
Did you sure enough say that to Miss Gussie?
Yes, sir. She just laughed and said that I was too little to beat her. Well, sir, that sort of made me mad, Cedric, and, well, the next thing I know, I raised my arm and struck her.
Did you actually hit her?
Yes, sir, I certainly did, Cedric.
What'd Miss Gussie do?
Well, the next thing I remember, she was picking me up off the floor, and then she kissed me.
Oh, kissed you?
Yeah. And now, why, she's Mrs. Llewellyn Snavely Gray.
I know you married her.
And a mighty fine housewife, too, Cedric. Seems just like a mother to me.
Well, that sounds like a good idea, Mr. Mousy, but I don't believe it'd work for me, though.
Well, why wouldn't it, Cedric?
Well, I don't think Clarabelle could pick me up. I'm too big.
Well, that's not the idea, Cedric.
Reckon I better just go up to the cave and start hermiting.
Well, now, wait, Cedric. You want to win Clarabelle back, don't you?
Well, yeah, I reckon I do,
Well, now, here's how to do it. You just go over to her house...
I don't want to go over there, though. Gomer Bates is more likely there, and I hate and despise him.
Well, in that case, why, the first thing to do is just break down the door, Cedric. Walk over to that Gomer Bates and pick him up and
Pick Gomer up?
Why, yes, sir, pick him up and throw him right out of that house.
I thought Clarabelle was supposed to pick me up.
Well, no, you see, you've got that a little wrong, Cedric. See, after you've thrown Gomer out, why, then you pick Clarabelle up and throw her in a chair and say, "Woman, I love you. I'm the master."
Oh, I couldn't do that, Mr. Abner. Clarabelle will think I was touched.
Why, no, she wouldn't, Cedric.
I might hurt her, though, and then she'd get mad, sure enough.
Well, yes, she would get mad. Of course, they always act that way, Cedric, but really, they like it, I'll tell you that.
They do, huh?
Yes, sir.
Women are sure silly, ain't they?
Oh, yes, they are, Cedric.
Well, I reckon I better get on up to my cave now. It's getting late.
Well, now, wait a minute, Cedric. Aren't you going over to Clarabelle's place and be dominant, like I said?
Well, I couldn't do that, Mr. Abner. I couldn't say none of that stuff.
You tickle me, Cedric. You keep calling me Abner all the time. I don't look like him.
Oh, I thought I was talking to Mr. Abner.
No.
Where is Mr. Abner?
He's over at the first aid meeting, Cedric.
That's right. You told me that once.
Yes, that's where he is, Cedric.
I couldn't say none of that stuff or throw her in a chair or nothing.
Why, yes, you could, Cedric. It's easy to learn, honest it is.
I ain't much of a hand at learning. I don't catch on to things very quick, seems like.
You don't?
I'm more the hermit type, I believe.
Well, Cedric, now, I'll be glad to teach you. I'll tell you what, you can try it out on me, Cedric. You can just make out like that I'm Clarabelle.
Oh, Clarabelle's bigger than you, though.
Well, that doesn't matter. Now, all you do is just pick me up and throw me into Lum's rocking chair over there and then say, "Woman, I love you. I'm the master."
Oh, huskin' shuckins.
Oh, now, come on, Cedric. If you expect to win Clarabelle, why, you've just got this to do, Cedric.
All right, but I don't think it'll do no good, though, I don't think. Is this how I pick you up?
Yes, yes. Now, don't hold me so high in the air, though, Cedric. That's high enough.
Well,
now, that's high enough.
Here goes into the chair.
Oh.
Woman, I love you. You're the master.
Oh, no, Cedric. That's not the way, Cedric.
Did I say it wrong?
Well, I don't know about that, but you threw me too hard, Cedric. Look there, you broke Lum's chair all to pieces.
I ain't supposed to do that, huh?
Why, no, of course not. Be firm, but gentle, Cedric.
All right, I'll try it over again.
No, that's all right. You needn't bother, Cedric. Maybe you had better go and live in a cave after all.
No, I'm going to do this right. I'm bound and determined to learn it. I'll show that Gomer Bates a couple of things or two.
Well, wait a minute, Cedric. I don't think you're the type for this.
I believe I am. Sit still, Mr. Mouse, or I can't hold it. Get hold
Well,
of it.
now,
here.
Cedric, don't pick me up. I can get up by myself.
Here we go, Mouse.
Now, Cedric, put me down now, please, Cedric.
I'll
put
use
me
Mr.
down.
Abner's chair this time.
Please put me down, Cedric.
Don't
That's
worry,
enough.
Mouse. Yeah, I'll get it right this time, I'll bet you. Here we go, into the chair.
Oh.
Woman, I love you. Who is the master?
Oh, my wrist. Oh, my wrist.
Oh, did I hurt your wrist?
Yeah, I'm afraid I sprained it, Cedric. I tried to catch myself there.
Too hard again, I reckon. I don't know what's the matter with me. Here, let's try it once more, Mr.
Howdy, Mouse, and everything. Well, for the land's sakes, look at there, Lom.
Grannies, what's going on here anyway? Who broke them chairs?
Get up off the floor, Mousy.
Hello, Mr. Long, Mr. Abner.
What you fellers been doing here, Cedric?
Well, Mr. Mouse has learned me how to be firm and domino and win back Clarabelle.
Yeah, but what's wrong with Mousy? Looks like he's hurt. I am hurt, Abner.
Grannies, Abner, this looks like a good chance to use that first aid stuff we just been learning.
Yeah, lucky thing we went to that class today, Mousy.
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you hurt? It's my wrist, Abner. I think I've sprained it.
Sprained wrist, huh?
Yes, sir.
I see. We never taken up sprained wrist today, did we, Abner?
No, we never got that far. I reckon we would have to go back over to class, Lom.
No, we ain't got time to do that, silly.
Oh.
I never meant to hurt him none. It was his own idea. He told me to pick him up and throw him down.
Is that the way this happened, Cedric?
Yes, Mom.
Well, here, I doggies, I know what we can do then. Here, Cedric, pick up Mouse again there.
Yes, Mom.
Well, what are we going to do, Abner? Now, don't worry, I've got it all figured out. You ready, Cedric?
Yeah, what you want me to do now?
Now, throw him down again, and this time try to sprain his ankle. We know what to do for that.
Friends, why run the risk of a vitamin B deficiency and its consequences when it's so easy and so economical to guard against it with one-a-day brand vitamin B complex tablets? Surveys show that many thousands of people need extra amounts of B vitamins in addition to those they now get from their food. Now, this is because the average American diet often does not supply enough of these vitamins to meet normal requirements. So be sure you get your minimum daily requirements of those important B vitamins, whose requirements are known, by taking one-a-day brand vitamin B complex tablet each day. Remember that. You take only one tablet a day, and you pay for only one tablet a day. Not 4, not 3, but only one. One-a-day vitamin B complex tablets are made by the makers of Alka-Seltzer. They're pleasant tasting, they're economical, and they're convenient. Compare one-a-day prices and unit strength with other vitamin B products, and think of the economy of taking only one tablet a day. Try one-a-day brand B complex tablets. They'll cost you only 25 or 26 cents a week, depending on which size package you buy. Your druggist has one-a-day vitamin B complex tablets. Get yours at once. And insist on one a day. Look for that big 1 on the package.
Did you hear the little oops there between Cedric and Mousy? Cedric sitting there talking to Mousy Gray, and he said,
Oh, I couldn't do that, Mr. Abner.
Oops. Got confused as to who he was talking to. 83 years ago, June 12, 1942, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Make sure you join us tomorrow for the Chase and Sanborn Hour, George Burns and Gracie Allen, the Great Gildersleeve, and the Couple Next Door. Have yourself a great day. We'll see you tomorrow for more Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.